Hi, Mom. Do you have anything you want to share with me? Hi, Donna. What are you talking about? Nothing much. Everything is the same. Oh, really? So, what did you buy at the watch store today? How do you know that I went to the watch store? Were you stalking me? No, Mom. It may be coincidental. Or not. I'm just kidding, Mom. Today I went shopping with my friends, and while chatting in the coffee shop opposite, I saw you stepping out with a gift bow. I thought you bought me a watch because my birthday's coming up. So after that, I went to the watch store to ask what model you bought because I wanted to buy another one to wear double watches with you. But the seller told me that you bought a men's watch model? Oh, I just bought it for my friend. It seems to be that. So you bought it for whom? Uncle Joe? Yes, that's for him. You know that Joe had helped us a lot since your father passed away when you were a kid. Are you sure, Mom? But I remember that Joe said he hates the feeling of something wrapped around his wrist. You're his best friend. You probably know it better than me, right? Huh? You won't. So, what do you know? Well, Mom, I know nothing, but I only know that recently you've become happier and smile more, especially when texting someone. You often go out late at night and wear sexy dresses, something you've never done before. So, I wonder if there's any chance you're dating? Well, yeah, I'm dating. It's really impossible to hide anything from you. Yes, I know it. I'm really curious, Mom. Who is he? And what superpower does he have to make you so happy? I know that you've dated several times, but this is the first time I've seen you happy this much. What? What are you talking about? I have never dated anybody else. This is my first time doing this. Mom, stop. Don't try to fool me anymore. I know everything, but I just pretended to know nothing so you wouldn't feel awkward. But with this man, I see you quite differently. Because I feel you are happier now than in any relationship you've ever had. Am I going to have a stepfather? Well, I hope so. Oh, Mom, look at you. You are as shy as a young lady falling in love for the first time. Oh, come on, Donna. Don't tease me. I'm afraid people won't accept my relationship. Oh, hey, don't care about others. They know nothing about you. I'm always supporting you with your love. As long as your love is not illegal or morally wrong. He's not having an affair with you, is he? No, he's never been married. Oh, whoa, Mom. You found an ideal man. But then, what is there to be afraid of? Just do whatever you want with him. Whoever he is, you won't object to me, right? Yes, Mom, you have my word. Thank you, Donna. So, when will you introduce your love to me? Are you sure that you want to meet him? Of course. We are going to be a family soon. I want to know more about him. So I guess it's time to tell you everything. Can you come over to my house this weekend? We will have an outside barbecue party. Yeah, that sounds great. I'll be there. Oh, I need to go to the salon now. Bye, Mom. Can't wait to meet my future stepdad. Okay. I hope you can still be happy like this when you meet him. Have fun, my dear. Mom, what the hell was going on there? This is just a prank, right? How can Henry be your boyfriend? You know exactly who he is. Donna, calm down. That is just the past. And I didn't like your actions earlier. I didn't teach you to be that way. Mom, he is my ex. My ex! Who in the world can stay calm when her mother brings her ex-boyfriend in front of her face and introduces him as her mother's new boyfriend? Oh my God, Mom, please tell me this is a dream. Even so, you couldn't go crazy and smash things and walk away like that. Did you know that because you threw the wine glass, it broke and cut Henry's leg? His leg is bleeding now, and all you can do is get mad at me. What the hell? I'm extremely upset and miserable, but all you can do is criticize me because I'm upset that you're dating my ex? What is wrong with you? You know what he did to me. Ugh, you're taking it too seriously. Let bygones be bygones. Mom, please listen to me. Please break up with Henry. He doesn't deserve you. There are many other great men out there who would admire you more than he does. But I don't want any other great man. He's made me the happiest woman in the world. Why do I have to break up with him because of his past? I don't care about it. Besides, you promised me that you would never oppose my romance. No, Mom, that's different. You can date anyone out there except for Henry. That's morally wrong. Totally wrong. Also, how can a young guy and an old woman be in love? Look at him. And look at you. What kind of love is that? What? You mean that I don't deserve to be loved if I'm an old woman? You have gone over the limit, young lady. No, that's not what I mean. It's not about the age gap. It's just about him being my ex, Mom. I definitely won't support your love affair. You need to break up with him before things go too far. I've had enough of this. I don't want to continue pretending to care about you anymore. I will marry Henry, and you have no right to force me to break up with him. You're just a little worm. Mom? Is that you? Why are you acting so weird? You've always protected me. But now, why are you treating me like this? Just because of an outsider? How much Henry has hurt me, you know best. Whenever he and I fought, I always came to you to confide. He even filmed my hot scenes and posted them on the school's website, causing me to be depressed for a long time. Hey, Donna. It wasn't his fault. It was you who agreed to film that video with him. And he didn't post that video on your school's forum. What are you talking about? I don't get it. How can you know for sure that Henry didn't post that video? Did he use sweet words to trick you into trusting him? Don't be fooled by him. He's not as good as you think. He's definitely approaching you to harm you as he did with me. No, silly. He didn't say anything. Because I saw it with my own eyes. I didn't think I had to remove my mask so soon. Well, Donna, I guess the good mother play should probably be over. Mom? I don't understand what you're talking about. You make me scared. Oh, you're such a silly girl. Mom, Henry must have forced you to say that to make you and I misunderstand each other and quarrel, right? I know he definitely plotted to do this. Oh, you do bark a lot. Shut your mouth and never say a bad word about my boyfriend. Are you still mistaking Henry for your ex-boyfriend? Actually, Henry and I have been dating for 3 years. But he and I often broke up because of some bullshit. But we still couldn't leave because we love each other too much. What? 3 years? But Henry and I only broke up 1 year ago, and the dating period was only 3 months. How could you know him for such a long time? Still don't get my point? It was I who told Henry to flirt with you. You were his plaything when he got bored. I also told him to film your hot tape. You're such a spoiled brat. He just flattered you with a few sentences and you agreed to let him film you.
Oh my God! Mom? Are you insane? How could you do that to me? I'm your daughter. Your biological daughter.
Yuck. You were so annoying. I should have sent you off with your father. I'm so regretful I felt pity for you back then. Huh? Didn't Dad have a heart attack and die while driving? It was an accident, wasn't it? You're not involved in that accident, right? No, my dear. Not much. I just helped speed it up by giving him a heart stimulant in his fruit juice every morning. Oh, your father was very old. He would have died sooner or later. So don't blame me. You're a psychopath. You're the killer. No, it can't be like this. This is not true, no! Oh, this must be painful, mustn't it? My poor little Donna. Do you want to go with your father to be freed and feel relief? You want me to die? Why do you want me to die? I did nothing wrong to you. Your presence in this world is the worst. Why did I go through a miserable life while you have everything? Miserable life? Are you out of your mind? You got to live in a lavish mansion and have money to buy luxury things, but now you call your life miserable? That's complete bullshit. Only I have the right to say that. You know nothing about my life, so shut your mouth. I was also a young girl with many dreams and ambitions, but my parents sold me to your father. He was a chauvinist pig. He didn't let me go out of the house or socialize with anyone. Made me hang around in the house all day like furniture. Every night he beat me to relieve his pressure at work, even when I was pregnant. I cried and pleaded with him, but it made him gloomier and more ruthless. No, it can't be true. Don't deny the truth. Haven't you always wanted to know why things happen to this extent? It was those miserable days that made me suffer from severe depression. But instead of crying painfully, locking myself in my room like you, I chose another way. That was to free me from the hell on earth. I had been quietly putting heart stimulants in his morning juice for months and waiting for it to take effect. I thought that after he died, I would inherit his estate and could leave this place. So why didn't you do that? And what does all this have to do with me that you and your lover want to harm me like that? Ugh, I would have left if I had the chance. Your goddamn father. I didn't know since he made a will when he died, all the property would belong to you when you turned 20 years old. And since I was your legal guardian, I would be given the right to manage that property until you are 20. And since the lawyer and the court would be watching to see if I abused you, I have had to play the role of a good mother for the past 14 years. Do you know how tiring it was?
So why don't you just continue acting and choose to close the curtain now? Because I don't want to be your unpaid nanny. I want my money back that should have belonged to me and destroy this disgusting family.
You want to kill me? You're so insane. Oh, my dear Donna. How can I do this to my daughter? But I'd be glad if you could do it yourself. I thought the plan worked when I uploaded the video, and you guys would be ostracized to the point of finding a way to free yourself. But it seems I have misjudged you. But what to do now? Your 20th birthday is coming. Oh, I know. Or now, we can make a little deal. I can't believe I've always lived with a monster. What do you want from me? Wow, you're feisty. Now let's make a deal. You will sign an agreement giving all your inheritance rights to me voluntarily, and I will let you live in peace until you die of old age. I'll follow you for the rest of your life if you don't. Sending your hot video to any company you apply to, your husband's house, and your child's kindergarten, until you get on your knees begging and offering to give out money to me. What a fair deal. You are a psychopath, Gina. I will never make a deal with a demon like you. You will regret your past crimes. What can you do now? Would anyone believe a mentally ill kid like you? The police will assume it's all your imagination. The police may not listen to me, but they will definitely have to reinvestigate my father's death when his lawyer files the lawsuit. What? Your dad's lawyer? No way. I fired him many years ago. No, Gina. You didn't have the right to fire him. I am my father's heir, so he has also become my lawyer. I know that I inherited my father's property long ago. His lawyer approached me many years ago in silence and told me about that will. He told me to keep it from you because he felt you were not a good person. He also told me my father's death was highly suspicious when you refused to let the police do an autopsy and promptly cremated his body. What? No. It's impossible. My plan can't go wrong. When the lawyer first said he was suspicious of you, I didn't believe him and assumed he was trying to deceive me. But today, when I saw these messages with my own eyes, I understood that you are the really disgusting person here. No, Donna. You must understand and sympathize with me. I didn't do anything wrong. I'm just struggling to survive in this harsh world. No, Gina, it doesn't mean you have the right to kill my dad and destroy my life like this. No! Why are there psychiatric hospital cars and police cars in front of my house? What did you do? I gave your confessions to the police and called an ambulance to take you for a psychiatric evaluation. You can't be against the law anymore, Gina. It's time for you to pay for your sins. No! Tell them to get their hands off me! Later, the police found a bottle of heart stimulant with Gina's fingerprints in her bedroom. And along with the confessions I provided, the court sentenced her to life in prison. But because she was diagnosed with severe schizophrenia, she was transferred to a local mental hospital where she had to spend the rest of her life. I visited her a few times, but every time she sees me, she gets mad, screaming, hitting herself, and saying very confusing things. Sometimes, I feel sorry for her fate, but I cannot forgive the crime she committed. I received my father's inheritance, but that didn't make me happy at all. Every time I come back to that lonely house, I'm reminded of the painful memories of the past. So I decided to donate all that money and leave this country to go where no one knows me and start a new life. Things got better, but it still left a long-lasting scar on my heart.
I just met your fiancé. He's so great! I thought he was going to be kind of a drag at first. Knowing your type, I wasn't really expecting much from him. But he's super cute, and he told me he just got a big promotion to head of his department at work. Be careful, Alyssa. Don't fall for this guy yourself. But yeah, he's a pretty great guy. Yeah, I was really surprised. I really never thought you'd ever manage to find a guy, let alone one like him. But this time I think you might have finally figured it out. I've heard that he comes from a long line of successful and handsome men. You're making me a little nervous here. This is sounding awfully like when you met my ex, who, I needn't remind you, you slept with and nearly ended our relationship. Oh, come on, Karina. It's nothing like that. I'm just excited for you, sis. Your last few boyfriends have been total flops, and it's been ages since you've dated anyone. So I'm just glad you've got someone, let alone someone as spectacular as Ned.
I don't know, Alyssa. You have a bad habit of ending up with all of my exes.
Hey, I didn't steal Brad from you.
Sure, but we did date.
Hey, I can't help but if boys fall head over heels for me. But really, don't worry. I have no interest in Ned whatsoever.
I hope not.
And anyway, I'm perfectly happy with Steven.
Well, that's good, I guess.
Yeah, it definitely is. You know, it's sort of a crazy coincidence. Steven and Ned have the same last name. It's almost like it was fate.
I'm not sure you intentionally dating Ned's brother is really fate, as much as it's you trying to wedge your way into my life. Anyway, you should probably not say any of this to Ned or Steve. I'm not sure they'll appreciate it quite as much as you think. And now that you have a good boyfriend of your own, you might want to focus on him. And stay away from other people's boyfriends. Namely, mine.
Quit being such a worrywart. Don't you think he'll be happy that I approve of your relationship? It should be a good thing.
I mean, yeah, he probably will.
Then why shouldn't I tell him? I'm gonna have to meet the whole family at some point. He'll learn sooner or later. Right now, I want to be the best little sister I can be.
You're right, I'm being too harsh. I just think it's kind of risky for you to be dating Ned's brother. Maybe I'm wrong, but it could be really embarrassing for everyone involved if this blows up in your face.
Yeah, I guess you're right. But come on, who'd break up with me? No one's quite as pretty or cute as I am. Steven would be crazy if he left me for some other girl. I'm sure we'll be married before the idea of breaking up even crosses his mind.
You are pretty, I'll give you that. But I think you're getting ahead of yourself a little. You've barely known the guy for what, 3 weeks?
Oh, stop raining on my parade. You're taking all the fun out of it.
Sorry, but actually that reminds me. Speaking of taking things, do you still have that bag I lent you for the party last week? You told me you'd give it back and I still haven't seen it. Ned had it made for me special and I don't want it getting lost or damaged.
Are you still worried about that old thing? I thought it was a gift.
No, I definitely said I'd lend it to you, which means I want it back.
Chill out. Oh, if you really care about it so much, I'll get it back to you. Just let me hold on to it for now. You've got plenty of cute bags in the meantime.
Whatever, fine. Just maybe if you want your own bags, you should find a way to make some money to buy them. I work for all mine.
When Steven and I get married, I won't need to work. Daddy makes plenty of money at the hospital. And if I'm just going to be a stay-at-home mom once I have my first kid, why bother working?
Don't you want a little bit of independence? I mean, do what you want, but I don't know that you'll want to have to rely on your husband's money. And I'm just worried that it might create problems for all of us.
Stop worrying so much. You really don't need to concern yourself about it. I'll get Steven locked down soon enough and we'll be happily married. And then he'll buy me all the bags I want.
If you say so. I just don't want this to be awkward.
Why would it be? Steven is happy with me. He chose me especially after all. I've got it under control. You don't need to do anything.
I wasn't planning to. I just know how you can be. Ned told me all about Steven's job and how much he works. I'm just worried that you'll get bored of him.
That is sort of a problem. But he comes from a family of upstanding men. If I'm not happy with him, I can just trade in for a different model. I'm sure I can make it work.
See, that's the real problem. If you get sick of him, the different model is Ned. I'm already engaged to Ned. We've already started planning the wedding. I just don't want to see this happen again, especially with the relationship I'm actually happy in.
I mean, even if I do decide I'd rather have Ned, I'm sure we'd all be just as happy. Mom and Dad want me to get married ASAP, so I doubt they care who it is. And I'm sure their parents will be glad to have me as a daughter-in-law no matter what, even if I do trade up. So, I might as well get to know them both.
What are you up to?
Chill out, sis. It's totally fine.
Don't be like this, Alyssa.
What? Don't you trust me?
Not with men, that's for sure.
Hey, Karina, I know you're busy getting ready to go out tonight, but I really need to talk to you ASAP.
What? What about?
I just got some strange texts from your sister. She's been texting me a lot lately, to be honest. I didn't think much of it until now.
I was worried about this. What is she saying to you? I had a really bad feeling when she asked for your number, but I couldn't tell her no.
No, it's nothing bad, really, just... I didn't realize Alyssa was your sister. Something happened with her recently and I saw it. At the time, I thought she was just some girl. I didn't put it together until just now.
You're making me nervous, Ned.
No, it's really not that big of a deal. It's just all kind of awkward. I think maybe we should stay in tonight. Maybe postpone the date for a little while.
Yeah, maybe it's for the best. I don't want this to get too out of hand. Let me know when you feel ready to talk. No hurry, really.
Yeah, thanks. Sorry, I just need some time to figure this out. We'll talk soon.
Yeah, talk soon.
Hey, what did you say to Steve? Did you tell him what I said to you? About us getting married? I told you all of that in confidence. Why would you go blab to him about it?
It's because, unlike you, Karina's actually a good person. I'd never bother marrying someone like you.
What? What are you saying?
I've looked all around the world for a great woman. Do you really think I would settle for someone like you? There's no one better than Karina.
Wait, who is this? You're definitely not Karina.
This is Ned, her fiancé, Steven's brother.
Wait, Ned? What's going on here? Why do you have her phone?
I saw your messages and I thought I'd better stop this before it goes any further. I'm not putting up with your antics. I won't have you trying to break me and Karina up.
Whoa, Ned, slow down. Why are you so mad? Did I do something wrong?
You've been making Karina worry about our relationship. You've caused her all of this undue stress and threatened to steal me from her. I would never do such a thing to Karina. You should be ashamed of yourself.
What is this? What did she say to you? I'd never do something like that. Did she really say that about me?
Don't play dumb, it's not cute. Karina and Steven both told me all about you and what you do. How you like to steal people's boyfriends right from under them. And treat everyone like human garbage.
You talked to Steven? What did he say?
All you need to know is that I would never leave Karina for someone like you. I can't believe you would even consider doing something like that to your own sister. I don't want you coming near me.
Wait. There's gotta be some sort of misunderstanding here. Can we talk about this face to face? We need to figure this out.
You just want to try and seduce me. And anyway, I'm spending the day with Karina, who I love. I don't have time to be running around with you. I don't date girls that look like you anyway.
Look like me? Like pretty? Wait, do you like me?
Absolutely not.
Hey, I'm sorry about yesterday. Ned got a hold of my phone and just kind of lost it.
What was that all about anyway? What was he doing with your phone in the first place? And why was he acting like that?
He just got really worked up. He said that he knew how you really are.
What does that even mean? Did he say something about me?
Yeah, he told me the whole story. He was mad about what happened one day when you were going to have dinner with their family.
Did I do something?
Apparently you were running late that day and you ended up hurting an old man.
Huh? Oh, yeah, I guess that did happen. I was rushing to catch a taxi to get there on time, and there was this old fart in the way. I guess I pushed him over or something. Honestly, I'm relieved. I thought you were mad about me trying to marry him.
Do you know what happened to the old man you pushed?
How should I know? I jumped straight in the taxi and went to the restaurant. I barely even saw him fall. And I couldn't have helped him anyway. Like the second I was in the taxi, it took off. I didn't even realize what happened until like an hour later.
Well, according to Ned, he was running late himself. He saw the guy fall and the taxi speed off. It turns out the guy broke his arm. Ned was the one who helped him get to the hospital.
What? Really? He never said anything about that.
The old man told him about how you pushed him over and left him on the ground so you could steal his taxi. He described the exact bag you were holding, which was pretty distinctive. Because it was the bag that he had made special, one of a kind. And it was the bag I lent you, the one Ned gave to me. Ned said he recognized it immediately when he described it. But at the time, he thought it was just a coincidence.
Okay, I'm totally lost. Wait, so how does this have anything to do with Steven?
Well, naturally, Ned took the old man to where Steven works, the hospital near his house. The old man is still there now. Thankfully, it looks like his arm will heal.
Wait, Steven works at a hospital? Why did he never say anything about that?
Wait, you didn't know?
No, we never talked about work. I mean, I'm not working, so why do I care about what he does?
Really, Alyssa, you had to have known.
Maybe if I thought about it, I would have figured it out.
How did he even put up with you?
He put up with me because I was the prettiest girl he ever saw. That's what they all say, at least. It's whatever. Steven will come to his senses. Anyway, I didn't do anything wrong. It was an accident.
I'm not sure he'll see it that way. And anyway, there's more to the story you should know. You remember that kid from high school? Larry. He was really shy, short, kind of awkward and nerdy.
Oh yeah, I could see that. They looked kind of alike. I thought he was always sort of cute in a geeky kind of way. Not my type, though. He asked me out once, but I'm pretty sure I laughed at him. I was way out of his league.
Man, I hate this side of you.
Whatever, I'm just honest. Why would I ever date someone like that?
Well, you might like to know he had a bit of a late growth spurt. He's even taller than Ned now. He really had a glow up. He's pretty handsome now, if I do say so myself.
What? Really? Maybe I should ditch Steven for him instead.
I'm not sure that's a great idea. You might want to try to patch things up with Steven, or you'll end up with no one pretty soon. Though I'm pretty sure he's a lost cause at this point.
What are you talking about?
You put a pretty bad taste in everyone's mouth, to put it lightly.
Who cares what they think?
I think you might. Shoving that poor old man to the ground and breaking his arm is bad enough. But the way you're acting is not making it any better.
Why does it matter? He's alive, isn't he?
He is, but I don't think his grandson is going to forgive you for nearly killing him.
His grandson? Who, Larry?
Yes, his grandson Larry. A high-powered injury lawyer. He's threatening to sue you for assault. Ned said they're drawing up papers right now. I'd expect someone to knock on your door with an envelope soon. If you're lucky, they'll only stick you with his expenses for the arm.
ridiculous. The old man fell. I didn't do anything. Why do I have to pay for his medical bills?
What are you talking about? You pushed him over. You were the one who broke his arm. Don't you think you're going to be liable for that?
This is so stupid. I'm innocent. I didn't push over any old geezer.
Maybe you should think about being a little more remorseful.
Whatever.
I wouldn't be treating this so lightly if I were you. You should probably know, too, the hospital that Steven works at is part of the same group as Dad's. If word gets out that you were involved in this, it could put Dad's job at risk.
Wait, why? He had nothing to do with this.
Maybe not, but this is a big stain on his reputation. For you to be so careless, it's hardly becoming of the daughter of a respected doctor like Dad. Ned and Steven are both pretty upset about all of this. I'm not sure if I can stop them from saying anything to their friends and coworkers.
Isn't that a little much? Why should Dad have to suffer for something that I did?
I don't know, but I'm not sure there's anything we can do.
And, wait a second. If Dad loses his job, what does that mean for me? Is he gonna cut me off?
I don't know, he might have no choice. That's between you and him. But you might want to start looking for a job now.
What? How am I gonna be able to find a job like this? I don't have a degree or anything. And I've hardly worked aside from a few summer jobs.
Maybe if you'd taken this all a little bit more seriously, it would have turned out alright. But I don't think there's anything you can do now. You better figure it out now before your life falls apart entirely. After the embarrassment caused by Alyssa's careless actions, her father was forced to leave the hospital, only able to find work at a small practice that paid significantly less. With much less income, he was unable to support Alyssa, and she had no choice but to start working herself. She's now making minimum wage, working at a call center, and has no choice but to put in long hours to keep up with her expenses. The old man, whose arm Alyssa broke, managed to sue her successfully for pain and suffering, saddling her with his medical bills. Though they were nice enough to allow her to pay off her debt over time, she would have no choice but to continue working around the clock to pay it all off. Despite her sister's horrible fate, Karina's life just kept looking up. Her and Ned soon got married, with Alyssa unable to attend the ceremony because of her work. While she was disappointed her sister couldn't be there, she was happy to be marrying the man of her dreams. Even Steven and Larry had a happy ending. They bonded over Alyssa and the entire incident and ended up becoming quite close. Alyssa and Karina's father eventually found a silver lining. He got involved with volunteer work in order to repair his good image after word got around about what Alyssa did. He now helps underprivileged children and the elderly get access to much-needed medical care. Now, due to his daughter's negligence, he found his true calling and is much happier providing care to those who need it. Only Alyssa truly suffered the consequences of her irresponsible actions, something that she will be paying the rest of her life to resolve.